Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my ZANJOO channel. My name is Peaks, and yes, so basically I have got a tips video for you ladies. Hair journey, and can you believe it's like 6 years deep. So basically I went from a big chop to kind of growing my hair to what you see here. This is all my hair. I don't have any hair pieces in, so basically what I want to do is do my top 10 tips for any of you ladies who are starting out in a natural hair journey, or you're looking to get into your healthier hair journey, whatever that may be. These are my top 10 tips that really helped me along the way to achieve what we're seeing here. Alright, so stay tuned. My tip number one, if you don't listen to or watch anything else, this would be the one that you really should take into account, and that is your health. Your hair does start from the inside out. It's not what's happening out here. It's not just slithering on a product or giving it a trim or whatever. You really do have to take into account what you're putting into your body, because as I said, health starts from the inside out, and that's really going to reflect on your hair. So for myself, definitely I noticed a lot more hair growth for myself when I switched up my diet and what I was eating. I did eat out a lot of takeaways, some fast food restaurants, and I did eat processed foods and things like that as well. So when over the years I was refining what I was eating, remove this, take that away, not so much fried foods. If you're somebody who eats a lot of chocolate, a lot of fried foods, a lot of sweets and sugars and things like that, it really is going to affect how your hair is looking. So definitely take into account what it is that you're putting in, because it's going to be what's coming out. All right, tip number two. I did also big chop. It wasn't through what I wanted to do, but anyway, that's kind of how my journey did start off as well. So when you're looking at your hair journey, look at the state of your hair. Do you need to just chop that bloody matic mess off, or can you transition? This is something that you want to decide on what you're going to do. I did big chop because I damaged my hair with bleach and relaxers and braiding and all that kind of stuff, and it was all a hot mess. Go back and see the other videos. But you want to take that into account. There's no point in trying to just make it work because you've got length, but it's all frizzing and there's all this and it's all a hot mess as well. So basically you may want to have to big chop it off, because really what you want is healthy hair. There's no point in having long hair but it looks frazzled and this and that, but you got some length going on. Because it's just kind of like, yeah, you got length but the hair ain't all that. You want to have your hair looking lit. So basically you may want to big chop, or you may want to transition, but your goal should really be health. So take into account maybe taking it off, because you don't want the damage to kind of carry its way up your hair shaft as well. So yes, definitely take into account maybe having to cut your hair. So number three, I would say definitely protective styling. When I was going through my hair journey, what helped me was not trying to manipulate my hair too much. I had, as I said, I did braiding, I did weave and all that kind of stuff, but the braiding really was when I was getting weave done. That caused a lot of damage to my hair as well, and I think not really probably having a good hair regime going on. So basically the protective styling, what I did, which helped me and also mentally prepared me, was wearing afro wigs. I wore colourful wigs. That was my chance to experiment with colour. I wore purple, I had pink, I had green hair. And it was really wonderful to experience kind of reaction, kind of how I would look with afro hair, because I've never had big hair before. So I wanted to know and see and feel, do I have to change my image? Do I have to dress differently? Do I have to wear different makeup? Because we take all these kind of things into account as well when we're kind of like when your hair is at certain lengths and certain stages as well. So protective styling. So I did learn how to two-strand twist. I did learn how to use flexi rods. Things as well that you maybe not have to comb your hair so much. You don't have to pull at your hairline, because you want to protect your follicles as well. Because if you're like starting out on a journey but you're going to braid it all the time, you don't want to break your hairline, and you don't want to mess up what's going on in the crown of your head as well, because you don't want thinning to appear here and here, because if that does happen, you know, you may not get your hair back as well. So you definitely want to take into account what you're doing with protective styling. So maybe find maybe 2, maybe 3 kind of protective styles that work for you, and that will kind of carry you on through, so you're not manipulating your hair too much. Again, you don't want to be damaging it as it's growing in. Number 4, products. Products are very important when it comes to your hair journey. Again, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve with your hair, whether it's long, whether it's short, whether you want to wear it straight or whether you want to wear it curly, find some good products. Don't go crazy with the products as well. You know, you think, oh, that blogger said this, oh, that blogger's using that, I'm going to go out and buy a whole ton, I'm going to buy that one, I'm going to buy that one, I'm going to buy that one. It can be expensive if you're finding products. But also what you want to do is you want to find out what product is actually working for you, and you want to give it its time. So basically, if you're buying some products, find a product line that you like, maybe buy 1 or 2 from them. I'd say maybe a conditioner or maybe some kind of leave-in treatment or something. Maybe start off with those and see how it kind of works for you. I found some of the best products was just to really keep it simple. I did use a lot of olive oil and shea butter because my hair was very, very dry. So I had to find the right kind of products and do some intensive treatments and some oils and things like that as well. So when you're looking for your products, just try a couple and stick with them and see if it works for your hair. What you're really just trying to achieve is something that makes your hair manageable, makes it easier to detangle and all that kind of stuff. So keep your products simple, because you're not going to know which one is working if you're using a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of that. So yes, so just a couple of products, find what's working and let them help you along your journey. You want products that kind of work. You don't also want them to be too greasy, too this or that. You do have to take into account what your hair is like. Is it coarse? Is it kind of wavy? Is this too heavy for you? What works for one person doesn't work for another. So when you find them, just stick with them for a while and don't overload your hair with products as well, trying to get curls. Just aim for health and something that looks nice. So tip number 5, talking about the old dryness of your hair. When I was transitioning, I didn't know how thirsty my hair was. I was like, what's going on? It's really dry and everything like that as well, because when my hair was relaxed, I didn't have to do too much to it. But when I was transitioning and when my hair was coming in, I was like, this hair is just thirsty, crunchy, dry. So I didn't realize just how often I had to hydrate. So water, water, water is what you're definitely going to need. Take into account what your kind of area is. Here in Scotland, there's a lot of rain. But the water here is actually a lot softer than it is in London, because I'm in London a lot as well. The water is quite hard there, it's quite harsh. There's a lot of kind of what's it called, lime scale and stuff in the water. So if you can, maybe you could boil your water, maybe you could use bottled water if you're in those kind of harsh areas. If you swim a lot, then take into account the kind of damage that's causing. Wear a shower cap. If you're here in Scotland, it's all good. The water's a lot softer as well. So whether you're using your spray bottle to hydrate your hair in the morning and in night as well, maybe the afternoon, depending on how thirsty it is. So you want to hydrate your hair with your spray bottle and stuff. Also, you want to be drinking a lot of the water as well, because it is important to have a lot of water in your body as well. So that's definitely something, you know, you may watch how much you drink. You just don't realize maybe how little water you actually do drink. So you want to up the ante when it comes to that as well. So just kind of gauge what it is, your environment and all that kind of stuff. Just take into account how thirsty you may be and how active you are. But definitely drink a lot more water. Basically exercise. Yes, you gotta get active. All right, so exercise is something that is important. I have always been quite active, but I do think definitely because it just boosts your whole circulation, gets everything going, carries the oxygen, flows, gets your hair, you know, vibrant as well. So definitely take exercise into consideration. It doesn't have to be anything long. You don't have to jog for an hour. You don't have to go to the gym and do some crazy workouts and stuff. But definitely something which makes you active at least a minimum of 3 times a week. Even if you just go hard, just put on your favorite songs, dance, whine, do whatever it is. Just work up a sweat. Work up a sweat, get your heart rate going, whatever it is that you choose to be active. that definitely does help with your overall fitness, because again, it starts from the inside out. Make sure you're looking after your body. It will show in your hair as well, and it will show in your skin and all the benefits that go along with that, as well as the hair. Pregnancy. Maybe a surprising one to you. So if you're pregnant, I definitely noticed when into my hair journey, I had 3 children, 1, 2, 3, all in a short space of time, all in the course over like 4 or 5 years. My youngest child is 3, but I did notice when, at that time when I was doing the hair journey, I did have a lot of hair growth as well. I did notice that's when a lot of length came in, but again, that was the same time when I changed my diet and what I was eating and all that kind of stuff as well, and it was more when I got into my more natural way of eating and things like that as well. So I do feel that with the pregnancy hormones and all that kind of stuff, there was the benefits of long hair too, longer, thicker, fuller, growing a lot faster. I do think so. You do get the postpartum shed, which has just happened to myself, but you know, I've still got all the length and everything because I did take care of my diet and looking after my hair as well. So pregnancy, if you're pregnant, let me know how it's working out for you. Do you notice a lot of hair growth there? Is it maybe something that's stunted? Also, my hair did shed a bit as well when the pregnancy did happen, so definitely again go back to your moisture and water and looking after your hair as well. To wear head wraps, those help me a lot as well. Again, depending on what area you're kind of in, there's a lot of rain here. Wherever you are, there may be excessive heat or whatever the kind of weather is. It might be humid, so you get a lot of frizz. So head wraps were definitely my friend. I wear head wraps a lot. If you're wearing cotton wraps, then it's good to wear a satin bonnet, because you kind of want your hair to kind of retain its moisture, so you don't want to be losing it when you're wearing the head wraps. Because I did notice when I wore the head wraps, when I wore them a lot, my hair did dry out. So I thought, make sure that you put some nice product on it, put maybe a little spritzer on it, and then put your satin bonnet on, and then put your head wrap on, so that again, it's not sucking the life out of the moisture in your hair. And at night as well, is also very good practices. I didn't used to, I mean, I didn't do everything perfect on my hair journey. I should have worn my satin bonnet, or we got my maybe silk or satin pillowcase, and used that a lot more. I've been doing that, and I've definitely noticed the benefits as well. So my hair is not as frizzy, it's not as dry. I think the style, when I do it in a, maybe I did my twists or whatever, the style did last a lot longer. So your satin bonnet is going to be your friend in keeping your hair moisturized. That is definitely something you must do. I did talk about massaging your scalp. I did use a lot of olive oil, a lot of shea butters, and obviously again, don't overload product, especially on the roots of your hair, because you want your scalp to be able to breathe. And what you want to do is just to stimulate your scalp, get the oils and things down your hair shaft, and so that your hair is well moisturized, it's not breaking and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely recommend doing that. It keeps you, it's nice, it feels nice as well. I mean, if you can incorporate your man or whatever it is to give you a good old scalp massage, then hey, 2 people is better than 1. But stimulating your scalp obviously helps with the hair growth as well. Especially concentrate on the areas here, because that's where my hair is like the most dense and the driest and all that kind of stuff. So you want to keep that area stimulated. Also, you don't want to lose hair there. And also around your crown areas. This is my hair actually grows a lot more in the back, so I kind of concentrated more on the front as well, especially as well as I said, postpartum and all that kind of stuff. Watching the hairline, so kind of massage your scalp there in the areas where you need it most, and then obviously all over as well. As I said, definitely don't stress about your journey. Obviously be mindful about it. I mean, we really do have to, you know, become a bit more informative ourselves. It's really good to be watching videos and YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, and looking at what you can do, what they're doing with their hair, but you really have to watch what you're doing with your hair, because everybody's hair texture, everybody's growth length and all that kind of stuff is different. So really watch your hair, as well as getting tips and advice. That's obviously wonderful from everybody else, but try and come a wee bit more of the master of your own hair. Look at what you're doing within your lifestyle, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, as again, stress can be a big major factor, which could be stunting even your growth. I used to be very stressed especially when my hair was relaxed. My sisters, their hair just like grows. There's like fountains, and it's all just coming out, and it's like they cut their hair and this and that, and then it's just grown back, and I'm like, how's your hair that length and my hair is that length and I haven't even cut mine and your hair is really long? And I used to stress about it and look at it and what length is it? Is it that length? Oh, why is it not to here yet? And everything so as well. So just be mindful. You could be really stressing that about it a lot more than you think you are, and that could actually be stunting the growth of your hair. So just enjoy the journey. Your goal really should be health. Enjoy all the different lengths as well. As I said, I really loved my hair when it was like kind of a bit more of a compact afro, and my kind of textures have changed and all that kind of stuff, and I really wish I would have maybe played around a lot more when it was a shorter afro. I was considering cutting it, but we'll see. I'm not sure about it yet, but definitely enjoy. There's a lot of inspiration out there. Look for all maybe hair that's similar to what yours looks like. See what you can do with it. You'll be really surprised about what you can do with it. And just enjoy the journey. Don't look at it. Don't measure the length and your hair was growing at the same rate as mine and I started way before you, but you're way down here, which is what a lot of girls say. I watched you when you started 6 years ago and my hair's still nowhere near the length yours is. So everybody's, you know, story is different, but really look for health, look for well-being, and inside and out. Don't stress about it. Just keep it healthy as possible, and it will, you know, yield back to you. And that's obviously what the goal should be. Well, so basically that was my top 10 tips. I really hope there was something in there for you. Did any of these kind of tips speak to you? Was there anything that you've learned on your journey? Please do share below, because obviously we're all different. We're all finding things that work for us, what doesn't work for us. So please share in your comments down below. If you get any requests, drop them down. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video and you got some really good useful information. Share it. Subscribe and hit the alert button so you know when the next video is going to be out. May the Most High bless you. Thank you so much. And don't forget to check out ZANJOO.com, because if you're looking for hair traps, we sell them on there too. All right, all the best with your journey, and I'll see you guys soon. Mwah.